You say, well, Karla, what does Botox or fusion therapy or any of those have to do with one another? So right now, everybody's sick. Yesterday, I couldn't even talk on the phone. I was just texting the heck out of everybody. I had no voice. I had to do infusion therapy to get better. That meant I need to hydrate myself. I need to get my vitamins and my electrolytes back in my system, which I do not eat all the time or drink all the time. And then that's how today I was able to get my voice back. So today we're going to talk all about these infusion therapies because everybody is now doing it in all around. Some doctor's offices, some spas. Heck, you can go to Vegas and come from the club and go right to like a mobile infusion truck nowadays. So they have it on every corner. But my thing was I didn't do it as a gimmick to get people in. I am doing it because I feel like it's a necessary treatment that will help patients the most and is more beneficial. So today I brought two busy, beautiful women today because both of them are entrepreneurs, both of them are professionals, and they both are like running their households and their families like a sergeant, like Major Payne, like we all do. And they are burning the candle at both ends. And then we a lot of times get run down, we get sick, we have fatigue, we end up with these problems because we really don't take care of ourselves. So both of them, speaking of Miss Lucretia Davis.
Hi, everybody.
All righty, and then Miss Dana, honey. I love me some Miss Dana, honey. So with both of these ladies, they have both came to me at different times, and they had different situations of why they needed to get infusion therapy. So I'm gonna start off with the most recent, and that's gonna be Miss Dana. Miss Dana texts me. Girl, wasn't even out the bed good. She texted me and said, "Look, Karla, I am sick as I don't know what, and I need your help." I said, "Girl, look, you got to come on into this office. I don't have no appointments on the spa, primary care side. But the spa, you can walk in. It's no appointments needed." So tell them what happened Friday morning.
So the night before, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was sick. I thought I was going to have to be rushed to the hospital. I was really, could not keep anything down. I was very weak. Felt like I was going to pass out. And I just suffered through, had a little, my son, I had to call him and, get him to kind of sit up with me because I didn't know if I would pass out because I've had that happen before and had hit my head. So I didn't want him to let me, do that. So after I got up, for the day, I still was pretty weak, and I tried to push myself on as we do.
Yes, we do.
And it just did not work. So I recalled that you had this service in your office, and my daughter recently had to, I had to take her to the urgent care before because she had food poisoning, and she was upchucking so much that she got dehydrated. So I knew that I was getting dehydrated. I started having headaches, and my body just could not, stay stable. So I decided to come into your office and was able to come in. And when I got there, first of all, the persons you have working in your office are awesome.
Yes,
Miss Erica. Shout out to Miss Erica.
Yes, honey. Erica Alexander, office manager extraordinaire.
They just took such great care of me. And then the gentleman that works in your office,
Elijah,
yes,
medical assistant, Gauls,
yes,
extraordinaire.
Exactly.
Cameron Jarvis.
So I don't need to say any more.
Yes.
But they took such good care of me, and they had some good, nice, smooth jazz going, and I told Erica what was going on with me, and so I told her my stomach was, really turning flips, and you could just hear it. And she said, "We got something for that as well." And so they gave me, she gave me an IV, and I just laid there like I was at home, all cuddled up in a chair.
You sure did, because I peeked in the room, because I always make sure I know what's going on with everybody. She was over in that recliner chair with a sheet over it. The light was out.
Exactly. So I told her, I said, "Turn the lights down, turn the music down just a little bit, and give me some water, and I'm good." So
only at Jarvis Medical Services can you get that.
So, but it was awesome. And so next thing I know, I'm waking up. And somebody whispered, "Are you okay?" And I said yes, and I could at that moment, and I'm not exaggerating. I really felt better. I was actually, I could feel that I had some hydration going on. Mentally, I felt, like I was had some clarity, had more clarity, and just my strength was coming back.
Yes.
They told me to take my time in getting up, and I did. And when I got up, I was able to, to leave and go home. And I just felt better. Now, what I did have to do, I still had to get some rest. I still had to get some sleep and eat, correct. But I ate, had some soup, just to start small and work my way up. And I've been fine ever since. So, yeah.
And let me just ask you this. Sometimes when you go to these places, you go, okay, I got food poisoning. They just pull a bag out of the cabinet and give it to you. You really don't know because they're treating you like somebody else. What we try to do is individualize the bag. Okay. So we don't have any bags just sitting around like, okay, let's go. Because you do have people that are allergic to certain things like ascorbic acid. Or they have a condition called MTHFR where they can't break down glutathione. So we have to ask you certain things in order to give you the proper bag. Because that would be my biggest worry if I just give you a one-size-fit-all and you have a reaction. So that's why you had such a better outcome, because they knew. And even though I have names on bags like Migraine Buster, Energy Booster, Libido, all these different things, we can mix bags together because you came in actually with illness and you also had the stomach virus, everything in one. So you don't have to get 2 or 3 different bags. But see how that was an acute issue. Now with Lucretia, she came to me and she had some chronic things going on. And tell her what happened. Speak up to the mic.
Well, I actually, I know Karla because I actually did my preceptor in there, so she's my mentor. So I was going through a healthcare crisis. I just didn't know how bad my healthcare crisis was because I was so busy doing school, just recently got married, just everything going on. So I came to Karla and I needed to get a hydration bag. And the bag that I got was the Mega Boost because my electrolytes was off. I was off balance. I was tired. I was dehydrated. And so I said, Karla, I'm going to need to come in and get a bag. So I actually came in to get the bag. I kept putting it off at first. I was I'm going to wait. I'll wait. I don't have time. I'm really busy. She was like, you need to come in and just get a bag. And so that morning, I was coming in and I was really dehydrated. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have to go ahead and get the Mega Boost. And I actually came in and I had my hydration therapy and immediately I felt better. My electrolytes were still off balance because I needed to have surgery, but for the moment it actually helped me get through to the point where I was able to have my surgery and be better. And I tell people, they think, oh, it's just like a quick fix. It's a quick fix, but you also need to come back. Like you can come like maybe once a week, twice a month, and have your therapy because it bypasses your digestive system and it actually gives you that boost that you need to be able to, move forward. And,
it goes right into the cells.
And so it actually helped me. So I am a big fan of the hydration therapy. Like she said, you can get it for many reasons. It can be for, if you're low on your iron, your vitamin C, your B's. Just need to recoup because you're dehydrated. I recommend coming in and getting hydration therapy. I got my personal nurse practitioner right here. So
they all think I'm a big personal, y'all.
Yeah. Text me up too. That I'm not that one to say, because you said the same thing. I'm not that one, and it sounds like you and I had a similar experience to just say, oh, it was just like. It happened immediately. Right. It really did happen that quickly. And so I really would, suggest and recommend, this type of therapy. Because
now, sometimes when patients come in, I tell them, sometimes for certain reasons that they're coming in, like if they're coming in to increase their athletic performance, okay, we already know they're working out a lot, they're eating pretty clean. They may not have an immediate response. So I tell them, you may go home and take a nap and feel it like the next day. And then I have some people that they're so depleted, like you were, in those certain conditions, that they feel it immediately because you're so depleted. So everybody is different. Everybody metabolizes different. I may need one every month. Somebody else may need it every week. But it all depends on what's going on. Is it an acute issue, like having the flu or an asthma attack or, anything that's acute? Or is it some chronic that we need to have future surgery for? Is it fibromyalgia? Is it cancer, where we're trying to protect all the other cells so the cancer don't spread? So when they come in, even though it is a spa procedure, my staff is trained very well. I come in and meet every new person. I now have a new nurse practitioner. Her name is Katie. She's being trained everywhere, so we can come in and talk to you and kind of guide. I have had some people come in and talk to them, and they say, oh, the bag didn't work for me. okay, something else is going on. And I have right then and there said, first of all, you're my patient. That's number one, because we need to talk about your copay and everything, just keeping it real. Then number two, I don't want to step on their provider's toes. If they say I don't have a provider, then I say, look, we can do things like draw your blood. We can find out what's going on with like foods that you're eating that maybe you're not absorbing. We can talk about medicines you're taking. Are those the ones that you can process? But I would talk to them right then and there, and then encourage them to come in and be a patient, so we can get down to the nitty gritty of what the problem is. Because we don't ever want to just say that this is the end all, and think it's just a band-aid over what the problem is. Is it that you need to eat a little bit better? You need to get a little bit more rest. You need to drink more water. Sometimes once you do this, you're good for a while, because then you realize from my little picture, and it has all the fruits and vegetables in it, oh, okay, I need to eat more fruits and vegetables. I need to drink more water, and you're good. All we did was open up your cells to then kind of pack you in a little bit. But when you go to some places, and I'm not putting anybody down, just like what we talked about last week with CBD oil. You really want to talk to the person that is sticking you. You really want to talk to them to know what they're putting inside of you. You really want to be your own advocate. Because what if you remember, if I tell you I'm putting magnesium in it, oh, don't put magnesium in it. Last time I had magnesium, this is what happened. So then that person will know to tailor-make that bag without that supplement in there. So you don't want anybody to just say, let me just give you something and stick it in you and that's it. That's what I'm all about. And at Jarvis County Medical Services, we want to make sure that we're teaching you how to be an advocate for your own health.
Well, let me ask with that, Karla, do you all have like a sample? So would you have someone who maybe they don't know enough about their body to be an advocate for themselves? So do you have a service in that hydration family where they could actually test?
Because we have different sizes, and I would then suggest our smallest bag, which is 250 cc's. And we can put just the simplest things in there, just like your B vitamins. Most people don't have a problem with getting B vitamins through the IV. They do by taking it by mouth, but not with getting the IV. We start out very low, very minimal. We're watching them close. If a patient even pretends to start like having a lot of heavy issues with breathing, we will stop that bag, flush them, and then do something else. But we have different sizes, the 250 cc's or the 500 cc's, and then the big one is 1,000 cc's.
Well, I will, full disclosure, say I had the medium medium bag. I had the 500 cc's, and to your point, when I left, I felt better, but I felt even better the next day.
Yes.
I did feel even better the next
because
day.
now it's starting to get into the system, and everything takes a little bit of time. And some people are just, hey, I'm so sensitive, I can feel it immediately. And then some people, you was a healthy eater before, you worked out before, so it took a minute to get in your system, but then you'll know.
Yeah.
And then people say, well, when do I come back? And I'll say, you will tell us. I'll never push you. You will tell us. When that starts wearing off and you start feeling drained and tired and you got that mental confusion going on and you just like blah, then that's when you're like, hey, I need to come in. Now, the good thing about that is we do train everybody in my office, so we don't have to make appointments. It'd be nice if you're a regular and you say, hey, I'm coming. We recognize everybody. The reason that people love to us is because we remember your name. Remember what we gave you. We documented and charted. You come in and say, Karla, I want the same thing I had 3 weeks ago. I want 500 cc's of that boost and whatever else you gave me. We'll get it together. I'll be there at 11 o'clock. We'll have it ready for you. But now the ones that walk in, just be a little patient because we want to get you in. We want to make sure we talk to you. Then we want to make your bag. Just like if you go to a fancy restaurant, because we're like a fancy restaurant. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure everything is right before we give you your bag. Now, people are saying, well, what do each bag mean? Well, sometimes Karla has a little secret, when I go to your house to eat, and I'm like, ooh, that cake was delicious, or that macaroni and cheese was delicious, honey. What you put in? And it's Karla's, you say, this is grandma's secret. So some of my stuff is my secret, and it's my blend. A pinch of this, a dab of that. And it helps you feel better. But that's how I work. I don't like to do anything that's like cookie cutter, let me give you this. We also make sure that if you need more attention, we sometimes will take you into a separate room. Because I have a lot of cancer patients that come and they have ports. Well, when they have a port that's in the chest, you got to sometimes bring the shirt down. Well, you know, people already have a problem with dignity. Maybe they lost their hair because of the cancer. They just want that privacy. Then we'll take them into our different rooms and do their bags there. Sometimes I have a patient that comes in, they are sick and they're sending me on a primary care.